everyone, and welcome to a very special zombie edition of my vlog, which I'm doing for Tony at My Book Addiction, who's running the incredible zOctober event. If you haven't been there, please go and check it out right now because it's so amazing. 31 days full of zombie-themed books, goodies, and giveaways. You should be there. Okay, so in this vlog, I'm going to be answering some questions about a new release that's coming next year. So the first question I was asked, obviously, is what's this new zombie release all about? The main novel is called The Skin Revolt, and the main character is Cherie. She's 17 years old, and for the last 4 years, she's been trapped in a castle, living in sort of a secluded survivalist community who are hiding from horrific monsters called skins, which are my reimagining of sort of the classic zombie creature. Now, nobody's really sure what they are and what they do, because if you get close enough to them, obviously you die a horrible, graphic death. So The Skin Revolt really is a survival novel about Cherie, her father, and her friend Benny, who is also a teenager. And it's their struggle to try and understand these creatures and to step out into the world which they inhabit and see who else might be surviving in that desolate world. What will also come with The Skin Revolt is a novella called The Day the World Ended. Now, this takes you back to Cherie when she is 13 years old in a completely normal life on the day when the skins arrive to effectively take over the nation and kill a whole bunch of people. So, you know, it's a scary chase, it's a kill fest, and that novella will be completely free. So you can read the prequel and you can fall in love with Cherie and all the characters, and then hopefully you'll come back and read The Skin Revolt, which will be even darker and more sort of desperate and dangerous than the novella is. Okay, so another question that I had from one of my readers who has never read any horror by me, she says, I don't get the fascination with zombies. Why do you decide to write a zombie story? I suppose most of you that are watching now probably are zombie fans if you came here through Tony's fabulous website. I think the fascination for me is that zombies can come from the bodies of people that you know. So for me, psychologically, when I'm creating these creatures, I find it interesting to sort of play with it, like how much of their original personality do you leave in the body and how much of it becomes demonized, and could they be redeemed, or are they inevitably going to be monsters? So that's why I decided to write a zombie story, because I wanted to play with that idea of just because this demonic force has taken root within you, does that mean that you are now gone completely as a person? So that's something I'll be exploring in The Skin Revolt and in The Day the World Ended. So the other brilliant question that came through from my readers was, when you write horror, do you ever freak yourself out and have a hard time getting to sleep because of some of the brilliant terror you've invented? I usually write in the first place about things that frighten me. And that's what I did recently in Sinister Sentiments, because it's 10 stories and 2 novel previews, and they're all horror themed. And they're all things that personally frightened me. When you write about them, it's quite interesting because the journey changes. And as you explore it, it becomes less frightening, because suddenly you are the writer and you're in control of that scary thing. So I think if you're afraid of something, my best advice for you would be to write a story about it, because once you put yourself in control of it as the writer, you start to think, okay, how do people get out of this danger? Or how do they not get out of this danger? What's the worst thing that could happen here? Well, actually in this book there's a lot of worse things that could happen. Not very pleasant, no happy endings, promise. So yeah, I think that if you get frightened by something, writing is a wonderful way to work through it, and I always come out at the end of it not freaked out by what I've written. So far, you never know, we might find something that really disturbs me that I just can't write about, but I haven't found it yet. Okay, so that's a little preview of what's going on with my future books. Also on this YouTube channel and on mybookaddiction.com, you can find me reading video previews of The Day the World Ended and The Skinner Revolt, so you can get a little idea of who the characters are and kind of what the mood and the atmosphere is, because although they're the same characters, the atmosphere is very different between one or the other. So I hope you'll go and check those videos out. And if you want to read the first chapter of The Day the World Ended right now, it's included as an exclusive preview within Sinister Sentiments, which is available as an ebook on Amazon, or you can get yourself a beautiful paperback like the one I've got here. And hopefully it'll unnerve you, possibly scare your socks off, depends on how much horror you've read before as to whether you'll enjoy it or not. Yeah, and please check out mybookaddiction.com, because Tony has given me this fabulous opportunity to talk to you all here today. And if it's still October right now, or even if it's next October, please check out Facebook, check out zOctober, because you need to be in with the fun if you love anything to do with zombies. Okay, guys? Bye!